Oh, sure. We just need fan spectrum shirts,
We'll
bro.
get
Just
a we'll
us.
get a shirt. Get a shirt.
We'll
Christmas
shirt
is
it out.
coming. Christmas is coming.
Oh, thank you. So,
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Fan Spectrum. We got a great guest with us today. Miguel Gomez in the house. We gonna talk baseball, man. I know. Wild card is wild card in general. I don't know why I'm saying NL, but wild card in general is starting up. We got some good matchups this coming weekend. Let's start off with let's do a team that hasn't been in the playoffs in a long time, and I think a lot of people are excited to see them in the postseason. And they're going against Toronto Blue Jays, so we got Toronto against the Seattle
20
Mariners.
years.
20
Mariners. 20
years, man.
years. 21 years or 20 years? 20 years?
It's been a
It's one or
while.
the other. That's
Wow.
long.
uh,
It's been a
it's
long
20 years
time.
in the making. I think it's good for the sport of baseball to see Seattle, in general, just because I mean, there's really not many teams in Seattle. I mean, they just got a hockey team, but seeing the Mariners relevant is really cool. Yeah, let's start off, guys. We're gonna give you our picks and our thoughts and why we chose them. Let's start off. How about you, Miguel? Since you on fresh with it, how you feel about the series?
So that series is very interesting. Toronto's got three Hall of Fame children on that team, and Biggio, three, and Guerrero. So
Yeah,
I would have to lean with Seattle winning that, winning their first also playoff series in so long. And that's only because in baseball, what wins it in the playoffs is bullpen, and that end of the bullpen is fire.
very true.
They're coming in hot, and they're coming in with a nickname and recognized and respected as Los Bomberos is what they're called. So as much as I'm a fan of Toronto and what Vladdy is doing and Bichette is playing, you got to go with what wins in baseball, and that's that bullpen.
All right. What about you, Double A? How you feeling about this series?
Let me see. That was a big season for Seattle. I think that momentum carries on in that wild card round. I know they have who's their leader, home run leader?
Is Rodriguez?
Suarez.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, is their leading home run guy. They have good bats. You know what I mean? They're coming in there hot. I think they probably win this. Probably, I would say they swept. I
think they're gonna
will
sweep?
Yeah,
They don't even
I
have the home field advantage. You think they're still gonna take it like that?
I think the momentum is too big to handle, man. Like, I don't know if Blue Jays can handle it.
I mean, Toronto's got, everyone. It seems like everyone's gonna be against Toronto in this series. What about you, B? How you feel about it, man?
With that being said, I'm gonna be the one that's for Toronto, man. I think
There's always a party
everybody's
pooper.
brothers. I'm gonna be the guy. Whole time I just think because everybody expects Seattle to come in hot, right? They got the win, the momentum's theirs. But I think Toronto's been there, and they're just like, all right, well, we know what we got to do. We just got to tune it up and play smart. I think you're right. The bats is going to be their biggest thing, and as long as the bats are hot, Vladdy stepping up, if Bo Bichette, if Biggio, if those three right there, right, are doing their parts, then they'll do more than enough. It'll be more than enough. It will come down to the pitching though. It will come down to Seattle's bullpen just staying hot. So if that bullpen's there and they're ending in, ending out, then it doesn't matter what Toronto does. But I say Toronto wins it, and I say it comes down to the last game, and Toronto just they just run with it late in maybe like 7th, 8th inning of that final game. They just kind of open the door and let those runs come in to kind of open it up. So I say Toronto.
St. Louis Cardinals against the Philadelphia Phillies. Both teams that have Phillies. It's been quite a while. I feel like they've been in the playoffs. It's definitely a good little spark for them to come back. Were they in it last year? Actually, I don't remember. I don't think they were, but
no.
They haven't been in a while.
No, I don't think.
No, not even that.
No, they haven't been in
I
a
think
while.
they're like 3rd or 4th in their division.
They
haven't been
low. They've been in a while, and I mean, we'll definitely see what they're capable of against St. Louis, which is like definitely everyone's talking about St. Louis with Yadier Molina and Albert Pujols and Wainwright, kind of having their farewell season. Do you guys think that's all for just show, or do you think the Cardinals are legit to do something in this postseason? Let's start with you, Miguel. How do you feel about this?
In legitimacy, bro, like in baseball, the catcher is the core, and Yachty's always controlled that team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're legit. So I do have them beating the Phillies in the series. As far as a deep run, I think it depends on how long they can stay on fire. I think they could pull off this series, but coming to the next one, playing Atlanta, it's going to be tough just because of Atlanta's depth. But I would say St. Louis is not a team to sleep on. They're legit. He seems like a great baseball story that they made it to the postseason, made it this long. But I think they're legit. Don't sleep on them. And that's how St. Louis always has been, though. That's the tell of them. St. Louis has always been in the mix. You can never count them out, regardless. Postseason, season, and they can come in hot.
No, definitely. It would be really cool to see, Pujols farewell and deep in the playoffs. That would be really cool. A lot of fans would love that. But yeah, no. What about you, Double A? How you feel about this series?
Yeah, I'm also with St. Louis on this one. Like, Cardinals are just a playoff savvy team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially Pujols, hitting his number 703 not too long ago. And this is also another team that steal bases well. They hit well. They don't get a lot of home runs or anything like that, but they do play small ball really well. And I think this is probably going to be a sweep for the Cardinals too. I think they're going to take care of business. I don't think it should be a hard matchup for them to overcome.
All right. What about you, B? How you feel about it?
I think it's cool that we're seeing Phillies and Cardinals for the first time in a long time, right? Really, the last time we saw both these teams like playing themselves.
That's true.
Playing each other, bro, was like Roy Halladay, rest in peace, and Matt Carpenter being the aces, right? And it was like
Ryan
really,
Howard
Ryan Howard. You have, it was pretty deep. Like, back then we're talking about like baseball, So it's cool to see them back again. Philly did take the season series this year, so they did beat St. Louis. But with that being said, the Cardinals they're just they're a playoff team, man. They know how to win. They won it, when people count them out. I think the reason why they're winning is because they're just having fun. It's never that. I don't think this season. Every season you're about wanting to get to the playoffs, but I think they've been able to enjoy the game beyond it being just wins and losses, right? Pujols last year, he's got none to lose, and look at he's at 703. Yachty's been playing great. Matt Carpenter's been fire on the mound. They've been playing like just good baseball, all in all.
They're not as conservative, They're kind of like just
they
taking
have
chances.
nothing to lose. Yeah,
right,
exactly. It's like if we make it all the way, those are the teams that are the scary ones because they're gonna play every game like it's the last game, and it's just like, all right, well, we're just gonna go out and keep playing it. Phillies, I mean, I don't want to just make it seem like it's gonna be it's a quick sweep. I think it's obviously be a back and forth. I do think the Phillies do, I mean, their pitching is going to be their biggest thing with Nolan, on the mound and everything. And their bullpen, I mean, Bryce has to be that guy. Schwarber has to be a guy. Castellanos has to be a guy. These are their outfielders. These are their big bats, that they expect them to do a lot. But with that being said, I'm still going Cardinals. I just will say it'll take it to the last game for sure.
We got the Tampa Bay Rays against the Cleveland Guardians. Man, I mean, it's another one where these guys always try to get over the hump and get that ring, but something always kind of gets in that way. I mean, I don't know. Let's start with you, B. How you feel about the Rays and the Guardians series?
I'm taking Tampa, and the only reason why is just because overall the experience in terms of playoffs. I mean, they're a young crew, but them guys know how to play. Lineup is pretty solid, and obviously the rotation's not bad either. Cleveland's got a good pitching rotation. I will say that. So, I mean, as long as their starters come through, they'll probably be set. And, I mean, the last time they really kind of got a good push was obviously, 2016. against the Cubs. Obviously, nobody expected the Guardians to come out. Everybody expected the White Sox to be the team right here.
Yeah, seriously.
Or even the Twins, going out and getting, Correa. So nobody expected the Guardians. The Guardians kind of just slid in there and dominated. They dominated like all season, and especially towards the end, they kind of just like, this is us, this is ours. So I think Cleveland has a lot more to prove than Tampa. And that's, with that being said, I have more confidence between Tampa and their lineup and what they can bring to the plate. So I'm going Tampa.
All right. What about you, Double A?
I'm also taking Tampa. I'm with B on this one. I think they do have the experience, but don't forget in the playoffs, bullpen matters, man. And Rays got that bullpen, man. They got what's his name, Jason Adams. These guys been like pretty much like their workhorse of that team. So I think that's going to be a problem for Cleveland, especially going down the 7th, 8th inning with that tough bullpen. I can't see them going past that.
All right. What about you, Miguel? How you feel about this series?
Man, this one's close. I mean, Tampa carries some weight and some experience. But being a fanatic, man, Cleveland does all the little things right. And Terry Francona has got these kids believe in themselves and just playing their game, not anyone else's. I would say Cleveland would be my Cinderella story, but I definitely would have to lean with experience on Tampa.
Okay. That's a big upset. Well, kind of.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Cleveland pulls it off. Let's just say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. All right. Let's see. I guess what's a good lead question with this? I mean, Terry Francona's been doing this for quite a while, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he finds some way to, he's always, October always seems to be his month, so I think he'll definitely pull it out. Definitely experience over that, I feel like. Let's move on to the last game of the wild cards. Definitely one we got two guys that are big fans of. We got the San Diego Padres against the New York Mets. This is an exciting one too. I think, everyone. It's also tough. It's hard to see a 100-win team be in the wild card like that. I will say I was definitely close with Atlanta, and but I think New York Mets are still hot, man. I think they got a lot. I don't think San Diego is just kind of there. They're not. I don't know. It just seems a little off. But let me start off with the big Met fan that we got here. Miguel, how do you feel about this series, man?
Well, let me start off with this, all right? We ain't supposed to be here. A lot of people expect us to be here and want to say that, they should be playing this good. We're not. You got to think, Lindor's his third year here. Scherzer's first year here. This is a first year of a brand new ownership, right?
Amen.
This team should not be playing at this level with all these new aspects, all right? But we're here, okay? But we're here.
Yes, we are.
Okay, so am I scared? No. If we come and take care of business like we should be, yes. The way DeGrom got tagged, Scherzer got tagged by Atlanta, everyone wants to quickly say, oh, there goes the good old Mets struggling again. But these good old Mets, they never fell in the playoffs against the Dodgers. Let's just say that. All right? And so I think we take care of San Diego for sure. I did wish we would have won the division because it would have rested our guys, being that all season long we've been up and down with injuries and even though they're minor, a good rest would have allowed us to come out pretty strong. But I'm not too concerned. We got arms. We got arms all over the place. Our hitting just needs to come through, stay consistent. Our lineup is disgusting. To that McNeil was the guy who led, batting .318. Not Pete Alonso, not Lindor, not Jeff McNeil. So guy, no name, no one knows who he really is. So I think we're gonna be all right. I think if we get our heads out of the sand, don't panic, I think we're gonna get through this series. And I think we can make a deep run. You know, but again, we're not supposed to be here yet, so that's the exciting.
True.
Amen on that. Because like he's just to add on to that, like all year they said the Mets was gonna Met. The Mets was gonna Met. Now, yeah, we got swept by the Braves for the division, but let's give Braves their credit. They are the champs. You know what I mean? So it's like we didn't lose to like no Trump team. You know what I mean?
Man, you guys still got 100 wins, man. That's
It was
crazy.
more the Braves took. It was more of the Braves taking the division than the Mets actually metting and losing or choking in a way. So this is a time for us to get in these playoffs against the Padres. Now I am a little nervous about this matchup because we did have trouble with them in the regular season. I think we lost out of 6 games, we lost 4 of those games. And they do have like Juan Soto over there, but I think we're just a better team overall with the hitting, the pitching. Hopefully, I'm not sure if he's going to play Sterling Marte. I don't know if he's going to play in the series. We're definitely going to need his bat in the playoffs. But this is a deep team, man. This is a team that fights. You know what I mean? Like Miguel was saying, man, they've been counting us out all year. You know, but here we are, 100-win team. Still, they think they still waiting for us to Met, but I'm really believing this team. We're gonna take the Padres. We should be able to take care of business in this series.
All right. What about you, B? How you feel about this series?
Oh man, this is a pitching series. This man,
Yeah.
3 games. This is gonna be one of the most fun series to see. If you love baseball, from the idea of just like who's gonna score first, like you're gonna watch this series, right? You got Darvish, DeGrom, game 1. You got Blake Snell and was it Max Scherzer, game 2, and then you have Joe Musgrove versus Chris Bassett, game 3. Like that's pitching duel, bro. Like every game is gonna be a pitcher's duel. It's gonna be a who comes out to score first.
So you think it's gonna go 3 automatically?
I mean,
Or
it really comes down, right?
It goes 3, but yeah.
It goes 3, but it comes down to really, obviously, if DeGrom sets the tone. As long as he sets the tone, then I think Scherzer is lights out, and that's it. And that's really what it comes down to. If they can hit you, which you just realized, what's Darvish's biggest thing is not throwing heat, but throwing filth. If they can hit him, then then to me, game 1 is a dub and game 2 is a dub. You know, DeGrom setting the tone is everything for that team. I'm gonna go out with the Mets fans on this one. I'm gonna pick the Mets. I'm gonna say in 2. I'm gonna say they're gonna win both games. I think DeGrom lights out, and I think it comes down to like that first run against that first game, but second game Scherzer's gonna shut it down against Blake Snell. And that's it.